Well, I heard that, after a certain time late at night, it can get a little dangerous in Detroit. So let me get my ass up out of here. Pronto. DJ 91. Yes, good morning, good evening, good night, people. I am going on a road trip to Detroit. I'm in the car ready to go. And I actually have been to Detroit once before in my life. Like back when I was in middle school, I went on a camping trip to Wisconsin, and I vividly remember us driving through Detroit, having to drive through Detroit, Michigan on the way to Wisconsin. And I remember like driving through there during the nighttime, not during the day. So that's all I remembered. So like I've only been to Detroit. I mean, I've only driven through Detroit, but I've never really been to it. So this ain't really gonna be my first time going to Detroit, but at the same time, this is my first time, if that makes sense. And it was kind of booked last minute because, right now, I had to make sure the weather is good enough for driving, safe enough for driving, because, it's we're late in December right now. It's winter time, and got to make sure that there's no snow falling, because otherwise, if there was snow happening today, then it wouldn't be worth the drive, because it just wouldn't be safe. 2 hours commute in all that snow, it wouldn't be safe. So, and also another reason why I kind of waited last minute to really do this was because I had to switch my phone carrier. I was with Chatter, and after finding out about, with the 3G data not working across the border, I had to upgrade to Rogers. Plus with Rogers, they have 5G data. They have a 5G data plan that works across the border. So yeah, that's one thing I wouldn't want, like going across the border and my data doesn't work, because I'm gonna need the data so I can use my GPS down here for the directions. So, and plus the funny thing is that Chatter is also with Rogers. Chatter is like under Rogers. So Chatter is like the G League, and Rogers is like the NBA. So like for an example, like Rogers is like the Raptors, but Chatter is like the 905 team, if you know what I mean. And also I am going to a Pistons game tonight, So yeah, that was a good segue from that NBA reference going into what I'm actually going down there to do. Yes, I'm going to a Pistons game because my Raptors are playing there tonight, So yeah, and plus Pistons are making history for the wrong reasons. They're on a 28-game losing streak, and the stage has been set for the Raptors. We're facing them tonight. They're coming off a back-to-back. They lost to Boston last night. Like the team that just gave Detroit their 28th straight loss. And plus, Detroit nearly beat them. They had a 20-point lead on them, and then they came back, won in overtime. I was watching the game. That was close. Like the streak almost ended there. So with the way the Raptors season has been going on so far this year, like Raptors fans have been on edge about us not doing well, being 6-7 games under 500, and they've been trying to speak this into existence for like at least a couple weeks now, where the streak might end tonight against the Raptors. And there's pressure being put on us saying like, if we lose to this team and they end the losing streak against us, then then they're pretty much gonna flush the season. Yeah, well, not the Raptors, more so the fans, because you should see what the Raptors fans are saying this year. And also, like, I just heard about a trade that we made. We traded OG Anunoby to the Knicks for RJ Barrett, and in the deal it included Precious Achua and Malachi Flynn, and we got back another player by the name of Emmanuel Quickly. So yeah, at least I like the trade. We got a Canadian coming back, someone who might probably want to stay and who's younger, got some upside. And I like Emmanuel Quickly. He's a shooter as well. He can play. So I like the trade. Something had to be done because the team as presently constructed is just not doing well. So something has to be made. So it's good that we got RJ Barrett. We did something. And of course, as far as the location, I live in Canada. And to be exact, I live in a small town near London in southwest Ontario. Yes, there's a city called London in Canada. We refer to it as the fake London. And yeah, it's a must that I break that down, because there's a lot of people that don't know that there is a London in Canada. If I say, oh, I live near London, 2 hours from Detroit across the border in Canada, they're going to be like, yo, what the hell are you talking about? So yeah, there is a London in Canada. Not London, UK, London, Canada. So yeah, so I actually used to live near Toronto for most of my life, and just a year ago I moved down here to this side of Ontario. Like, cause you know, living where I used to live, it was a even further drive. It was like a 4-hour drive to Detroit. But now that I live here, it's like, okay, you know what? I live closer to Detroit, and I was interested in checking out the city, you know, making a drive down there. Cause, you know, 2-hour drive back and forth, it's doable, you know. And also, you know, I made sure that, you know, I've been prepared. I booked a parking spot down there, bought my Raptors ticket, got my passport as well, phone charger, and I'm vlogging using this phone. So also wallet, that's important. Driver's license, debit card, everything. But anyways, yep, I'm about to make my way down. So yeah, yo, peace. See you guys later. And yes, I have made it. I made it across the border, and I am finally in Detroit. Made it safely to my destination. I had to stop by en route on the way while in Chatham, Kent, and to take another washroom break. And there was a long heavy traffic wait time when I crossed the bridge. So what should have been a 2-hour drive turned into an almost 3-hour drive. And you know, the data threw me off when the GPS was calculating the next direction. I, you know, had to take a detour, and you know, nearly went off wrong exits. You know, my first time ever driving in the States by myself. Right now, like, I have just enough time to stop by a restaurant and eat before going to the game. I'm actually gonna stop by Mom's Spaghetti, which is owned by Marshall Mathers, otherwise known as legendary hip-hop superstar Eminem. Duh, what other Marshall Mathers was I talking about? But yeah, yo, like, it's within walking distance. It's close to where I'm parking, and it's close to the Little Caesars Arena where the Pistons are playing. So gonna grab something to eat real quick, and then off to watch some Detroit basketball. Yo, this is my first time going to an NBA game in the States. I'm excited, bro. Let's get it. And I hope the Raptors get this win. Please don't lose this game. I want a 29-game losing streak from the other team. Yeah, man. 10 toes down out in these Detroit streets. Pretty chill around here still. Yep, just strolling down on my way to the game. We are about to enter the Little Caesars Arena. Enemy territory. Right around here. Alright, I'm in the building, in the arena. Section 219. Going up to the balcony. I'm a bit late for the game, but yeah. Going up the escalator.
Yep, they ended the streak against us. Close one, close but no cigar. History has been made.
I just made it back to the car, and yeah, it was we lost, and yep, I just witnessed history, and it just seemed like it was in God's plan for this to happen. Like they kept losing and losing and losing. Boston was able to beat them after coming back from a large deficit. The Raptors were coming off a back-to-back. A trade happens. We're shorthanded, and we end up losing, and it was a close game, and plus I feel like, the Raptors could have won at least, because they left a lot of wide open shots from three, and that's a game they could have won, but heck, life goes on. Life goes on, I ain't tripping. This is probably the third or fourth time we made history for the wrong reasons, Kobe scoring 81 points against us, the LeBronto series, and now this, us helping the other team end a very long losing streak. But hey, the 2019 championship, I'm still good after that. So, I'm not going to be miserable, And plus, today's trade kind of makes me forget about the loss. So, it is what it is. Life goes on. But win or lose, this was a great experience. It was a fun experience, to just, take a stroll through the 313, you know what I mean? Make it here safely. And of course, since I am on a tight budget this week, I've made the conscious decision to drive back home the same night instead of booking a hotel. That's pretty much the luxury of living this close to the border, so that, if you feel like saving money, if you don't feel like you have to spend any money to book a hotel room, then you have that option of driving back, And plus, again, it's just a 2-hour drive. It's just that, with traffic across the bridge, getting through customs, it's a bit of a wait, and hopefully it ain't that long of a wait on the way back to Canada through the bridge. So it was a great experience, and plus, to be honest, they say Detroit's dangerous. My first time being here, especially right now in my car chilling, I don't feel unsafe at all. They say, stay in the metro area, stay in the downtown area, and you're good. Of course, don't be going out there into the slums and into the ghettos, don't get too curious now, So, yeah. And yeah, they do say that if Detroit ends their losing streak, there's free boneless wings at Wingstop. And I looked up the closest Wingstop. It's an 11-minute drive. And it's I could do that, take advantage of grabbing some free food, and although I'm kind of full right now, I can, bring that home, save that for tomorrow. But it's I'm out the country. I got to get back to Canada, Of course, there is no time limit, but at the same time, I want to make it back home before my ass gets too tired to keep driving, So yeah. But of course, the night is still young. It's almost 9 p.m. I still got energy. So yeah, that's why, it kind of makes sense for me to just, drive back home instead of, booking a hotel, because it's not super late. But anyways, yep, this was a fun experience. I recommend it. But of course, don't come here just to come here. Have a plan of what you're going to do down here. And, and it'll be fun, whether you fly here, drive, and especially, if you live close. As me, a Canadian cross the border, I recommend the drive. You don't go off hearsay and what people say on the internet. Detroit is pretty safe to visit. Just stay in the downtown area, or don't go onto the outskirts of Detroit, where it might seem sketchy, and also don't stay out here too late. Right now, this is a good time to be out. It's 9 p.m. It ain't too late, and the game just finished. The crowd is just starting to disperse. So yeah, but anyways, yep, I'm about to drive home right now. I'm not even gonna bother go to Wingstop, and hope you guys had a good holidays. Happy New Year. May God bless you all in 2024. Like, comment, share, and subscribe, and more content on the way. And I will also be doing another travel vlog pretty soon in the future. The next travel vlog I do, this time it won't just be across the border, it'll be overseas. Stay tuned. Peace, y'all. Let's go Raptors. And Detroit, I'm happy for y'all. You guys end your losing streak.
DJ 91.